perfect little Luca Van Horn. His perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everyone in town likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with his sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she isn't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh, it must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What'd you think? Not bad. I'll give you a full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep.
Oh no.
Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Hey guys, TheElusiveMad here, and we are back with more Beacon Pines. Alright, so like, we're in a different story, and we're back into the one town. Well, the original Beacon Pines? And we've met someone that's very interesting. But I guess we're gonna be heading back home now.
The source.
We're so curious about the source.
Sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured.
Oh, I forgot Rollo's still underground in the storyline.
Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies.
Yeah.
The clipboards
They outed
were
themselves
hell-bent on
pretty quick in this
capturing
one.
Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth.
Is it? Wait, this is where his father would have been buried then.
He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. Well, this time I thought I was visiting you, but you've been here, alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. I ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
But he gave me the slip like that. What if I couldn't find you? You
Iggy
jerk.
finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
I mean, they had to make like a replica, so I guess it makes sense that they took the tree, but like... Of course they can't move the grave. You gotta hide. It's the suits. 259k. Fall distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. Truth's overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Ha! Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. You took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Why did he just step out like that? What was those like little shimmies? Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Stuttered through heaving sobs.
Didn't even think about that. I thought I was visiting him, Thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
Iggy
advice.
gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who you helping? Iggy. Look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What'd I tell you before? The subject comes at you, act like a horse's ass. I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah! Kern, his merry little band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a source?
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvest. Sure be a shame something important were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? Unfortunate happened to their precious source. I definitely read that wrong. What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. What if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. And avoid the hazmat suit guys. If we can get... It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Aw, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. So this is where our house would have been. I guess it makes sense why the tracks are there. They just took it. Wait a minute. This is the original town, and that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What? What is that? What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I, came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the whippy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why'd you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. And you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So am I underestimating things? You blew up the chicken coop? Prefer to think of it as incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months. So I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under the cherry. But when I came back for him later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hecatomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, losers. What is this?
The fencing listened. Each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
It looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. Not so important, but that's good to look at. I already know this is probably gonna end really badly.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. The source. This is the source? It's a dang hole! How do we smash a hole? God damn it, this guy! Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rollo? I was lying before, he's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Trats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It's really something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, it's a doozy of a question. It's the source, where they collect the unrefined,
the back of his head.
Honest boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us. You are a smart boy!
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
Uh-oh. It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happens to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call. We're not giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for a melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a
Kerr
bit.
snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Oh, no! We are cornered. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
I'm like, really? Where we're just... Oh my god, they're gonna push us in the hole, aren't they? Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't?
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's do something let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing? Nothing at all? You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. But that's far enough.
He plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Will it still explode if it goes in the hole? Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a
Sweating.
long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into
Like how
the
the
frigid air.
Clipboard's backed up. It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why did it still explode? Please be good. Please be okay. Oh! Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh god.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side.
Oh no.
Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it
Oh my
slipped.
god. Oh god. Damn, Iggy, you held on for like a
His grip was
second.
made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further
Oh,
down,
no.
clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. But Kerr, Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know, I could still play at 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas
With a
Young.
wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Oh my god. Now, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp.
Uh-oh.
His voice began to crack.
Oh no. Kerr, let go! No can do. If you save your friend, I'll have to save mine. You'll have to save mine too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
Iggy. You are going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no!
Luca felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Luca had no choice but to. I'm refusing. I'm like about to cry for Iggy.
Luca had no choice but to refuse.
Something tells me this is gonna be an end, though.
He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad.
Ugh.
Radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards.
Yeah.
Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began
The hell?
cleaning his tousled hair.
Yep.
Ah, that's better.
I'm not
Mr. Van
surprised.
Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder.
The
Take them
founder.
away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca.
Oh
The
no.
last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
I couldn't do it,
And-
Iggy. I was like, maybe there's more. Maybe this actually doesn't end. But no.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
But Iggy. So I have this tree branch here, which goes somewhere else, and I have this one over here, which now I have another option for. Okay, we're gonna re-go to here. We're not gonna cry. And we're accepting Iggy's request.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
No. Good. Not gonna cry. We're gonna be okay.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
And we live to fight another day. It's kind of spectacular. Oh! Oh. There's another boom. Well, goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. That is curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquimime is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. Just doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks make the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would happen in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Ain't that the truth? It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all this, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me. Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you're going to save the world. I'ma be a hero.
Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him.
Yeah, man, I don't really have much of a choice. Might as well.
Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Destiny, you say?
To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
What?
Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm?
Huh?
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
What?
I was even starting to like Iggy.
Same, I was about to cry.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels.
Okay, fair.
Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Alright, so... Well, I guess that one's done. I think our only option is to go back here. Fire and ice. Oh, so this is like... Yeah, that was when Gran and, Nuncreed were at the hole. And our option is to hum. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind floods with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him a stage. And in the stillness, he began to... hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody.
Aww.
It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
Maybe this will get them to stop. Aww. Come on, guys. Gran, you can't drop that down there. That's a bad idea.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Okay, cool. Not into the hole.
A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along,
Aww.
note for note.
I guess it's a song that she either taught his mom or just knew his mom hummed. And then Creek could just stand there.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
What? How? Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom?
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close.
How?
And the cold retreated from their bodies.
I definitely didn't expect Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on, but the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. They tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. Cold, hard
Luca
truth.
gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
What happened to Luca's mom? That she looks aged? Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Okay. Nuncreed, you coming with, or are you just gonna sit there and wallow? I don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9.
Oh.
The Devil You Know. 7 months ago.
Uh-oh.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest.
Alright, guys. I'm going to leave this part here. We're going back in time to see, I guess, what happened to Luca's mom, Eleanor. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Oh my god, this was so emotional. I was gonna cry. Iggy, no, your sacrifice. Okay. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.